We're almost ready to begin. We hope you're ready for an amazing conversation, entertainment, and, of course, an empowering message. If you're watching on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, feel free to share right now and invite your family and friends to this amazing experience.
Thursdays with Jaquan, yeah. If you want a talk show, this is the one. Thursdays with Jaquan, yeah. If you want a talk show, this is the one. Every Thursday live, tune in. Thursdays with Jaquan is going in. You don't want to miss it, ayy. It's getting litty, ayy. Talking about everything for young people. Thursdays with Jaquan, yeah. If you want a talk show, this is the one. Carve out some time, yeah. Every Thursday on my Instagram live. Every Thursday, yeah.
What's up, DYP family? Welcome to segment 9 of Dear Young People. It's the Young Leaders Circle. I have some amazing young leaders, as you can see with me, and entrepreneurs, and I want them to start off by telling you guys who they are and what they have going on in our community. So we have Leslie, we have Jelaine, and we have Terrius, and we have Mr. Eric. So we'll start with Leslie, and she's going to tell you who she is and what she does.
Hello, everyone. I'm Leslie Carrello. I'm the business owner of DYP by Chanel. My business consists of chocolate-covered trees and floral arrangements.
Hello, my name is Jelaine Mincy. I am an empowerment speaker. I'm also a 3-time cancer survivor. I'm the CEO of The Voice of a Survivor. My brand consists of implementing what a survivor is. And basically, you don't have to have cancer like myself to be a survivor. If you have overcome anything in your life, if you have faced any challenges in your life, and you know that you overcame it, you are a survivor.
My name is Terrius Ferguson. I'm the business owner of Extreme Apparel Clothing. I'm also a youth mentor and young adult mentor around the city.
Hey, I'm Eric Campbell. I'm the CEO of Get On the Bandwagon. So what I do for Get On the Bandwagon is I cover high school, middle school sports around Savannah and surrounding cities.
All right, so with that being said, we kind of know who these guys are and what they do. I want to start off by asking you guys, what your business is and what your organizations. When did you realize you had a passion for your business and branching out into doing things like this?
I could go first. I always love to put on stuff. I always love to dress. Back in June, during the pandemic, it was just I was working one night and something told me just to start a business. And one thing I did was went to do the research July. That's when COVID hit, and then I was COVID positive. And then during the time of quarantine, and I was just rebranding, focusing, researching. Come August, I was ordering. September 1st, I dropped my clothing line. And it seems to amaze me that things are working into my favor. I'm selling out, restocking, selling out, and just ready to see what God has in store for me for 2021.
Who wants to go next?
I know God gave me the vision in my 8th grade year to record, because I always looked at like Ballers Life, Hoop Mixtape, and all them. And so I started recording my 9th grade year, and then I know it started to blow up, and a lot of people just hit me, hey, come to my game, can you come to my game, can I get a mixtape? And so when more people want you, you want to do more stuff, and so that's when I just started.
I would say I like to pretty much be creative. And when I made my business in the beginning, it was kind of like I had to pretty much branch out. But like I said, since I'm creative, I've been able to pretty much anything that I put my mind into, I put it into treats, which is kind of weird in a way, but it's actually pretty awesome to realize the outcome that like what your mind can do, and like the stuff that you put your mind into is pretty exciting. So I feel like that's the main reason why I started my business, was because I was able to pretty much put anything that I put my mind into, I just put it into my treats, and it just comes really, really nice. So.
Well, as an empowerment speaker, I think I know it all started in church, really. And I remember having my first setback, and that was back in 2016. And I had my major surgery back in 2016, and I was just going through a lot of health challenges back then. And I remember closing out the year just writing and writing and writing. And that's when I wrote something in my notebook, and I let my mom listen to it. She was like, this is good. Like, this is really, really good. And I let my pastor hear it, and she said, this needs to be heard in church. So from then on, I just began to just speak and speak and speak. And as I began my cancer journey, I've been speaking as well, and just began to write and just beginning to, get invited to different churches, conferences, different schools, and just different things like that. And then I believe with my brand and how my brand came about, I had to look at myself, and I had to ask myself, who am I really? I'm creating all these speeches, I'm creating all these things concerning myself and my challenges, but who am I really? And I said, I am the voice of a survivor, because everything I'm writing, and when I speak, I'm speaking my story. So I am the voice of a survivor. So that's how the voice of a survivor got established back in last year, 2019. And I hosted my first seminar in a restaurant in a private room, and I had about maybe 29 people to show up. And I launched the Voice of a Survivor just last year, and it's beginning to kind of grow a little bit, but it needs room for improvement. But 2021 we there.
Wow, listen, if you're watching right now, I want you to notice I'm sitting around some amazing young people who have some amazing stories about how they branched out into their business, what led them to their business, and where did their passion come from. Now I want to ask you guys, and we can start with whoever. I know there's times where we as young leaders, we find ourselves, sometimes we don't want to admit we want to give up, but has there ever been a time on your journey where you felt like you just wanted to give everything up? And I want you to tell us, what was the push that kept you going?
No, I'll start first, because that is a good question. This year, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted a video of me actually ringing the bell. And I've been battling cancer for so many years now, going on year 5 in February. However, I went through some intensive chemo, which had me hospitalized, had me going to the ER about almost every day because of the side effects, because of how my body felt. And I just remember lying on the couch, and I'm just so frustrated with life, and just everything that I had to endure. And I knew that God, He didn't bring me this far just to leave me, and I had to keep reminding myself that. But I think one thing that causes me not to give up, I looked at my mom, and I said, I have to fight for her. Not only for her, but for the people who are supporting me and not just for them, but for myself. So I think that I really, honestly, this summer, I really want to throw in the towel. And I said, man, what the heck with this? I'm not, I don't want to do this anymore. But I had to keep pushing because I said, I do have a future. I do have goals and I do have dreams that I want to fulfill. So I knew that I had to get off my behind and start writing again. So I couldn't give up.
I know for me, I can't remember what year it was, but I was 16. I was working, and then I would like work all the way till like 5 or 6, and then I'll just come home, be real tired, and then there'll be some games to go film. I'll be like, not today, not today, and then I just started to see my pages getting active. I was losing followers, losing support, and I just wanted to give up then. But then I remember one video that sparked me up, and I got back on it. And then March comes, COVID hits. And so I'm sitting at the house, I'm thinking, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I really wanted to give up again, but I just know by the grace of God, it kept me going through it. I found ways at home to do stuff. I found ways. I was still being COVID safe. I would go out there, film. Still doing to this day. I even have a new segment called like All In with AMC. And so I sit down with players and I interview them. And so stuff like that. You always find your creative ways when you're sitting at the house. So that's.
I mean, giving up is always a challenge. From starting a business to mentoring, from being a leader in church. I mean, everything's just always a challenge. It's about how much you could take. It's about praying. It's about fasting. It's about staying focused. There's been plenty of times I wanted to throw in the towel. Don't even know where to start at. Don't even know where to finish at. But I just know, keeping faith, trusting in God, things will work out.
I would say, as a college student, you pretty much get overwhelmed with school, and then on top of that, having a business. And I feel like as a business owner, you have to really learn how to balance everything together. And that I would say that was, like me just wanting to just give up. But luckily having a good, strong support system, which is my family and especially my mom, she will always, encourage me, be there, help me. My brothers would send messages to, my clients or anything like that. So I feel like luckily having a good support system comes a long way, and especially if it's within your family. So, yeah.
So with that being said, after you guys just share, some of the stories of when you wanted to give up, you wanted to quit, but, something came and pushed you to go forth and keep going. I want to know now, what are some things that as young leaders, we all have some amazing stories. We all have wanted to give up. How can we all come together as, one generation, one young people? How can we come together and impact our community, not only our community, but our generation?
That was a lot, but I could intake some. I'm a part of this Get Going nonprofit organization around a community, along with some good friends, Javante Middleton, Kendall Walker, O'Neill. Just staying involved in the community. Oftentimes, a lot of people, it's the outside looking in. People think things so easy, and it's really what you put in. And all I can say is just staying active. Whatever you learn, whatever you intake, put it out there, share it, because there's always room for the next person. And move like that.
I would say pretty much social media tends to be one of where everyone is mainly on and stuff. So I feel like spreading awareness, and especially in Savannah, should be a way where everyone should just come and unite as one, and especially us being so young, we're like the next generation. So with that being said, Savannah has been pretty much been going through a lot and stuff. So I feel like I said, spreading awareness on social media and spreading positive around, within just social media, I feel like that would benefit everyone.
I think I would say is, this is a big thing going around, not just in Savannah, but around the whole world. We have to stop the gun violence. And so I don't want to see one of my friends or one of my brothers lose their life to a bullet. It starts with a person in you. You have to, like, it's not safe around to be in these parties late at night. You getting lit, all that type stuff. But gun violence is a very serious thing. I've been dealt with it too, and I lost a classmate to gun violence, and so it's not like it's way over there. It's everywhere around. But we have to come as one and just say we have to stop the violence. You don't have. Settle argument doesn't have to end with one person laying on the ground and another person running away from the scene. We could settle with this agreement, or we have to get to that. And so, as like, I'm just seeing as more and more people my age walking around with these guns and stuff, like it's really to start with the parents. Tell them, you have to teach them, and then other stuff is like parents not around, so the kids pick up with the streets, and the streets tell them you keep a gun around you at all times type stuff. It's going to keep going, and then nothing's going to really change. So we have to start with stop the violence. So I know we wearing the color orange. I mean, stop the violence, and so we could just stop the violence.
Unity is very, very important. So, like everybody else has been saying, stick together, come together, and be one and be happy. Instead of competition, there's no need for competition, hating on each other. I mean, and it's crazy because we as black people, we tend to hate on each other instead of supporting each other. So, that's not good. I mean, we have to look back at our ancestors, like what they fight for. They fought for us. So we can just remember what they did for us. We should carry that legacy.
So we're running out of time, but I want to ask you guys one last question, and this is going to be dedicated to all of the young people who may be watching. As we know, all of us know how much the year 2020 has impacted not only our lives and our families, but some of our businesses and some of our dreams. But let's reflect on encouraging young people who may be watching. Why the year of 2021? Why should we make this year so important? Why should we press even more 2021?
I'll start. I feel like you guys know the election. I feel like with that being said, I feel like there's going to be an election in Georgia, right? So I feel like a lot of young people should come out and pretty much start voting. Is really important, especially if you're part of the minority group. You want your voice to be heard, so that's one way to do that. And pretty much, I feel like being part of the minority group, you need to pretty much start going out there, fight for anything that you believe in. And I just encourage people pretty much to just don't care what other people are going to say, because you need to pretty much do your part, and especially you're part of the minority group, because as you've probably seen, there's a lot of stuff going on into the minority group, so which is really important to just go out and vote.
Just encouraging all you young folks, dear young people, don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on what life has to offer. Life is what you make it. Every day you get up out your bed, you preparing yourself for greater. Stay encouraged, stay focused. Anything you want to do in life is on you to do so. And it's not hard. Everything out here is teachable, so be coachable. And just enjoy life. Be successful, be great.
I know 2020 was a year that pretty much everybody really woke up, and we got to see what the world really is about with the protest, with the voting. And I think this year was one of the big years for voting. Everybody came out and voted. And so moving on to 2021, you got to stay woke. You have to make sure that everybody's doing their thing. And this how you say everybody's a winner for themselves, because no one's going to hand you out stuff. I had to learn that myself. No one's going to hand out stuff to me because who my parents were. I had to want it for myself. And so for anybody out there, you have to want it for yourself. And that's my advice.
I want to say 2020 was very a challenging year. And for the young people out there, if you know that what your parents went through to keep food on the table and just, you know, your parents went through so much. And for dear young people out there, excuse me, I want to say no matter what obstacles come your way, no matter what happens in life, just to keep going. Don't look back at your past and just keep looking forward. Dear young people.
Listen, I appreciate all of you guys. We got to go now, but I want to first thank all of you guys for accepting the invitation to come and just have a discussion to encourage other young people who, you know, may have dreams of becoming an entrepreneur or starting an organization and just branching on to do, you know, great things in our community. So there you have it. Leslie, Jelaine, Eric, and Terrius. Listen, support these young people, support their businesses, and follow them on Instagram, Facebook. Follow them on their social medias and stay connected with them.
Thank y'all for tuning in. And if you have been with us, if you want to try to partner with the family, definitely go ahead and do that via Cash App. We accept donations. We're very appreciative of so. Definitely try to partner with Jaquan as well. You can email us. All the info will be on the screen.
We hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure you go get your DYP merch so you can look fresh and clean.
Out.
Yes. My cousin Jaquan, I love what you're doing. It's super major. Love.
We appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you for watching Dear Young People. We want to engage with you. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram at The DYP Show. If you'd like to get instant reminders and inspirational quotes daily, text the number located on the screen and join the DYP movement. To support the vision of Jaquan O. Oliver, feel free to donate via Cash App. Stay encouraged and empowered. Can't wait to see you next time on the